Hey, how you doing? It's Kwai here. In this video, we're going to be talking about emailing, cold emailing, and how you can use this to increase your sales. So let's go. So I started doing a lot of outbound emailing over the past few weeks. I'm trying to increase my leads. So I'm currently getting leads from an external source, which is through campaigns such as white paper leads and also paid advertising as well. So I'm getting these leads, right? And as you know, when you get these inbound leads, they're very easy to close. It's very easy. Just pick up the phone, call them. They're interested. They're already interested. Book in the meeting, put them through the sales process, and then sign the deal. It's really easy, right? But the problem is that those leads can run out. Those leads can run out really quickly because it's paid. It's money attached to it. It's paid leads. So most of the time, those leads will get shut off because you're not spending the budget. You don't have the budget to spend to increase those leads, right? So what else can you do to get leads? What else can you do? And one thing you can do is outbound cold emailing. And the reason why cold outbound emails is an option is because it's free. It doesn't cost anything to send an email. However, the results of cold outbound emails versus inbound leads is a world of a difference. So for example, if I were to get an inbound lead, if someone were to call my company, inquire about my services, I have about maybe between 40 to 80% chance of getting a deal. But if I were to cold email someone or cold call someone, I've got literally maybe 3% chance of getting a deal. And you might be thinking, well, that's a giant waste of time. But the thing is that the more leads you get, the better your prospects of closing a deal. And yes, it is true. If you want to get more inbound leads, it's better to get more inbound leads. It's better to be focusing more time on the leads that convert. But the problem is that that's tied to money. You have to spend money to get those inbound leads, and you need to be independent. You can't depend on marketing. You got to be self-reliant on yourself to go out and get your own leads. And if you can prove that you can get your own leads through cold outbound emails, then that puts you in a very powerful position, because you can go out there, you can join any company, you can start any company, and you can get your own leads through cold emails or cold calls. And that's a powerful, very powerful skill to have. I can't stress that enough. So what I did was every morning, I have my lead generation time block. So I go online, I go on LinkedIn, I get a list of maybe 100 potential prospects that might be interested in my company. And then I get the emails of those 100. So I might be able to get maybe about 30 to 50 of those emails from that list. And then once I get that list, I just send an individual email to that list. And from those 50 to 70 emails that I send out, my responses from those 70 or 50, right? Let's just go with 70, is usually between 5 to 7. So I'll get between 5 to 7 responses. And so that is probably be about 10%. That's around 10%. And then if I were to follow up on the ones that didn't respond, my response rate is actually going up to 20%. So those ones that didn't reply back for the first email, the second email that I send them, they respond back. There's a 20% chance that they'll respond back. I've already done the numbers. I've already measured it. So what's my responses? Most of the time, about 90, I would say probably about 90 to 95% of the time, they'll say no. I constantly get no's saying, I'm already using existing software. I'm not interested. No, unsubscribe. I have no reason to talk to you. I can go on. I can show you all these comments. It's so funny. Anyway, that's a different topic altogether. But I get a lot of no's. There's a lot of no's. But the other day, last week, I got a yes. And this is for a large practice. This is for a large firm. And those yeses, I had to send probably about 500 emails, cold emails, to get that one yes. 500. That's crazy. So that's the thing. You got to keep sending out those emails. That's the name of the game. If I were to say that I'm going to give you $1,000, right? I'm going to give you $1,000 if you send 500 emails. Would you take it? Yes, you would. Of course, you would take it. I'm just going to get 500 emails. I'm putting it into an email blast. I'll send out 500 emails. Here's $1,000. Yeah. Would you take it? Yes, you would. Because if you were to send 500 emails individually, you might be thinking, it's a lot of work, is it really worth it? It's going to take maybe a couple of hours of my time. Would you do it? Yeah, most likely you would do it, but you would be sitting on the fence because it's work. But you can control that by putting those emails into an email blaster, and you can maybe shorten down your time by just 2 minutes. It could be 2-minute work for $1,000. Would you take it? Yes, you would now, right? So by looking at the things that you can control, which is sending out emails, sending out 500 emails, right? Can you do that? Yes, you can. So by looking at the things you can control, can you send out 500 emails? Yes, you can. But you can't control people. You can't control how people respond to you. People will always say no, and you might be able to try and handle that objection, but they'll still say no. That's very hard to control. If you increase your skill level, then you can do it. But that's hard to control. But the thing you can control that's very easy is quantity. If you look at it like that, if I were to send out 500 cold emails and I were to get one yes, then that's $1,000. Okay, so if every day you send out 500 emails, every day you make $1,000, and then you get another $1,000 from those email leads, that's $2,000 a day. Isn't that cool? So by looking at it like that, by attaching your outbound strategy, inbound strategy to a dollar sign, then obviously that's how you should be looking at it, right? So that's the way I'm looking at it, is that you might be looking at cold outbound leads, lead generation, and emailing. It doesn't work, but it does work. But you need to hit those numbers. You need to hit those high level numbers for it to see some results. And that's the thing. And you might be thinking, oh yeah, I'll spend more time on the things that I don't have to work too much. Well, if you operate from low levels of action, then you're going to get low level results. But if you operate from massive action, where you're doing both things, where you're doing both the inbound leads and also outbound leads, then you're going to get more results, right? And that's the name of the game. If you want the dream holiday, if you want the car, if you want the Rolex, if you want all these things, you got to do that. You got to do the work. Okay, so that's it. Cold outbound emailing, it does work. Those are my thoughts. And let me know how you guys go in the comments. I did a video on how to scrape leads. You might want to check it out, how I use LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Phantom Busters to get my emails. So go check out my video on that one there. And let me know how you guys go in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.